What's the good word, YouTube? Guys, it's your boy Future Tomorrow back with another vid, and today we're taking a look at the Bait times Saucony Cruel World 4 Midnight Mission. Now, for those of you that haven't been keeping up to date on this ongoing collaboration between the two companies, in a nutshell, there's two parts to this. The first part is that each shoe is supposed to represent some aspect of a stress-free life, good energy, good vibes, positivity. The second aspect of this shoe, guys, or each offering in the collaboration, I should say, is that Bait picks a cause or an organization that they believe in, that they want to back, and some of the proceeds of all sales of every shoe actually goes towards whatever said cause is. In the case of the shoes on deck, the Midnight Mission, guys, is a non-profit organization that basically offers food, shelter, clothing, counseling, and activities for the less fortunate and homeless of Skid Row. Non-coincidentally, 2014 marks their 100th year anniversary, and for 2014 alone, guys, they have given out 1.1 million meals. Now, if all of those facts in and of itself are just not straight bananas, guys, I don't know what is. This is definitely an awesome shoe, as you guys can see. But just knowing that part of the proceeds or part of the money you're paying for each shoe or the shoe is actually going towards a charity or something worthwhile, that in and of itself is a really good, feel-good, I think, aspect of each shoe that Bait has basically collabed on with Saucony. So that being said, let's just go ahead, jump into the review really quick. As you guys can see, it is your standard Saucony box. There's nothing too crazy or different here being offered up. Now, if we just get a little closer, you guys can see that is the top label on the box. And basically, guys, we're looking at navy, gray, and red. You can see the style code. You can see the Bait times Saucony Cruel World 4 Midnight Mission there. And if we just pan down, this is, again, guys, basically just a Saucony label. And for this particular offerings, Bait collabed on the Saucony Shadow Original, which is, by the way, a dope shoe to collab on. I mean, the shoe is just, as with many of Saucony's shoes, extremely comfortable. So I think it lends itself really good, or really well, I should say, to the whole theme of just having a stress-free life. You know, just kind of being a little chillax, if you will. Just like a really dope shoe. So the interesting thing about the shoe is that you guys saw on the box, it said you know, navy, red, and gray, or gray and red. I'm sorry, but there's really no navy on the shoe except for a second pair of laces that actually comes with the shoe in a really dark navy blue, and you have the red laces that come already laced in the shoe. Now, not to nitpick and take anything away from the good cause, and I think what Bait is actually doing here, but my only small gripe with this shoe is I really don't think navy laces match with this particular setup at all. I would really have loved to have seen a white pair of flat laces in this shoe. That's what I'm personally going to do, but to each their own. You may think the navy laces work, and hey, that's all good. Some may even find that the red that's already in the shoe works. They don't need to do anything else. Again, guys, that's all good. I say tomato, you say tomato. No worries. Zero worries. Now, the materials on the shoe, guys, it doesn't get too crazy. What Bait basically went with, and again, keeping with the stress-free, just kind of chillax, not worrying too much, keeping positive type of vibes of each shoe that they've collabed on. The entire upper, guys, all the materials on the upper is basically fleece material. You have that in a dark gray, then you have it in a lighter type of like gray that's very reminiscent of like sweatshirts, sweatpants, etc., or your standard sweatshirt, sweatpants color is what I should say. And then even for the Saucony symbol with the three holes, I've actually described in past videos what that represents. But even that, guys, even here on the back, the inside sock liner, guys, the entire upper is made out of fleece material. I mean, really nice. The actual right side of the shoe says Bait right on the back there. That's a very nice detail in my opinion. And then the right side of the shoe, or the left, I'm sorry, of the shoe says Saucony. So Bait, Saucony, that's the only difference between both shoes. or both sides, or different sides of the shoe, I should say, I'm sorry. On each of the Saucony bait collaborations, they actually have a little smiley face. Again, keeping with the aforementioned theme, you guys can see that where the O for Saucony normally should be. There's a smiley face inside there. And then on the inside tongue of the shoe, that's a really nice touch. Saucony logo with the bait right underneath it. I mean, overall, guys, this is just like a really, really impressive shoe. You have your dual density midsole, which I think just adds to that Saucony comfort that you find in most of their shoes. Definitely the Shadow Original. You have the hard plastic heel cap tab in the back there. I mean, overall, just very, very impressive shoe. The bottom of the shoe, guys, you have an icy blue. You guys can see that outsole. It's your basic Shadow Original outsole. They didn't change anything on the outsole. They basically just went with icy, which I think, again, is a nice touch on the shoe. How this will look and hold up over time, really not sure. I don't have a lot of experience with icy blue outsoles, to be quite honest. But if anybody does have any questions after I've worn this a couple times, or they're curious about it, I'll be happy to answer that if you guys drop a comment down below. Regarding that. Whoa, I almost dropped the shooter. That would not have been good. I mean, it would have been what it would have been what it was. No big deal. But anyway, I took one of the outsoles, or the insoles, I'm sorry, of the shoe out, so you guys can basically just kind of see the overall thickness of that, lending to that Saucony comfort. You guys can see right there, I mean, the back of this outsole or insole. I don't know why I keep saying outsole, but I mean, really, really nicely padded, guys. I mean, this in and of itself is just going to add, like, I mean, so much extra comfort to the shoe. Again, don't forget you got that double or dual density midsole going on. And then keeping with that positive vibe and what I was talking about earlier, you guys can see right there. Maybe pause the video and read that at your own leisure. I'm not going to read it out and bore you guys. And then you have the smiley face I was talking about again. And then obviously the bait logo right there. So overall, guys, really, really dope shoe. I will most likely do an on foot for you guys in the next day or two of this. But this is definitely one of those pickups that I'm super, super stoked, super excited about this pickup. And haven't gotten it. Now, one thing I know some people have asked me in the past, how do you win bait raffles? How do you get their shoes? Anytime, guys, sneakernews.com, Kicks on Fire, any complex sneaker blog does a write-up on a new bait collaboration, they always, or not even only the collaboration, but I think most of their offerings, they always, guys, actually have a form or a link to the form. If you follow bait on their Instagram, on Twitter, and you go to their blog quite frequently, on their blog they'll also have a link to that same form. If you go ahead, guys, you fill out the form to the raffle. I'm not sure how their raffle is exactly set up, but I know that all of the raffles I've tried for so far, I've basically won every raffle. So I don't really think it's a raffle. I'm not sure if it's about loyalty, if it's about you following them on social media to see how active you are in social media. They do ask you questions like, have you purchased from bait before, stuff like that. So again, not quite sure how it's set up. I just know that that's how I always get all of the bait shoes that I've actually gotten. And I have not lost one yet, or not been picked for a raffle yet. So guys, as always, thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Drop a comment down below if you found anything in this video, you know, useful or insightful, or was just cool to you. Just let me know down below. If you're casually passing through the channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe, guys. That always goes a long way. And to all the new subscribers that have joined the channel, guys, thank you so much for that. As always, it's hugely appreciated. Welcome to the family. Thank you guys so much for that. You can also find me on Instagram at Future Tomorrow. I'll leave a link to my IG down in the description. And guys, with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.